Man, this market just keeps going up, bro. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the American Investor Show. Please click subscribe if this is your first time listening. From trader and CEO interviews to breaking news about companies you won't hear anywhere else, nobody does a better job at keeping you in the know when it comes to penny stocks. The term penny stock generally refers to a security issued by a very small company that trades at less than $5 per share. Penny stocks are extremely risky, yet they offer rates of return on investment not seen anywhere else. The host, guest, and callers are not registered financial advisors licensed by any government entity, and therefore, the following should be considered entertainment. The host, guest, and callers disclaim all liability in the event any information, commentary, analysis, opinions, advice, and/or recommendations prove to be inaccurate, incomplete, or unreliable, or result in any investment losses. Before investing in penny stocks, you should consult a professional to determine what strategy may be best for your individual needs. Now, without further ado, your host, LaSalle and
Yes. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you joining me, following the money here on Penny Stocks Live. You already know what it is. It's your boy Sal in the building, man, for episode 305. Shout out to everybody in the chat room right now and watching in the future. Gucci, first man in the building. Chris McKinney, a slight second. Redneck Trader, Jeff the Me Marine, what's up? Miss Jameson, appreciate you. Terry Cherry, Gold Hill Trader, Gerardo, George M, Kayak Z. Is that Smitten one? Appreciate having you. Greer Jones, hello. Ryan Gets It. Been a minute, man. Been a minute. Sal Baptiste, what's up? May Single. Yes, indeed. Stock Trapper, Wande Casa, appreciate you, man. You said, am I live on 2 channels? No, I think I'm on 1. I'm only on 1 channel, bro. I'm only on 1 channel. What's up, Bill Betts? Henry Hall, D, what's up? No, I'm only on 1 channel, man, and, we're enjoying the ride higher. We're enjoying the ride higher. I know a lot of guys are still wanting to live on the put side of the trade, but man, I don't want you to get killed here. I don't want you to get killed here because this market is acting like, we'll never have that recession that I know some of you, and including myself, had been hoping for almost 2 years now. What if 2018 is 2017, but we don't want to accept it? I thought about that today. What if 2018 is 2017, but we're just, I don't want to go into January 19. I don't want to go into January 2019 saying, God damn, I should have, I should have went long. I don't want to do that again. I did that in January of this year, feeling like looking at that 2017 chart, and I said, damn, there were quite a few opportunities there that I should have held a lot longer. I should have not had been so cynical. Regardless of what you feel about the president, at the end of the day, you're looking at the market and everything that he's implemented is working. He's removed the North Korea threat is off the table now. Unless you've been, again, one of my favorite quotes, living under a rock. Unless you've been living under a rock, North Korea, South Korea, the war is eventually now going to be announced is over. Is over. That's huge. That's huge. Smitten one, email me, happypennystocks@gmail.com. Yeah. Look, we've been talking about TVIX too. We've been talking about TVIX. Tomorrow could be a red. It could be a green to red. We don't know yet. We had a nice little spurt in TVIX today, this morning. That caught a lot of people off guard. It was only like 20 minutes, but boy, was it a mover. What's going on, Sean Jackson? But email me for those videos. Calls on IBM for the. Here's the thing. At this rate, even if we have a red day or two, in which that will happen, right? I mean, it was not green every single day. But I don't want us to retest the high and break through it, and you're still sitting in puts. You know? You're still sitting in puts. I just put out my monthly trade or monthly option selection show. Shout out to Bad Scientist, Christopher Joel. They emailed me saying, Sal, I want to participate. I want to put myself out there. Right? I want to put myself out there. Here's my call for the month. Now it's out there. I've got my calls out there for them. It's out there. Got your upside, and then you got your downside protection just in case it doesn't work out. I never trade options naked. So we'll see what happens. They'll announce it's over with Korea, then they'll announce Middle East conflicts and new UN-backed military campaigns. That's hilarious. I don't know. I don't know. I think the Middle East is something different. The Middle East is something different. It's a whole different animal. We really fucked that up. But I'm telling you right now, if Trump was the president, right, we had a patsy for 8 years. You know, and a lot of black people come at me when I say that, but you know, your man was a figurehead. Your man was a figurehead. You know, he's biracial. You know what I mean? Oh, the world has changed. But you know. But you know, he didn't make the rules. Someone else made the rules, and he, you know, was just the guy who signed at the bottom of the line. All right. QQQ, nice play today. Green is green. Green is green. But I obviously do see the candlesticks we got. So that's why I'm thinking it could be a sell-off. But the future still looks good right now. 646, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal, it's Ken. How are you?
Ken, what's up, man?
What's going on? I really enjoyed your option. You put an option video out. That was really, really cool. It was very good, excellent work. I like Intel a lot. Of all the ones you focused on, I think Intel has quite potential there.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I think it's at an 18-year high. I don't know if you mentioned that on the video.
Yeah, I mean it's up there. I mean the monthly is on the monthly chart. It's pretty scary on the monthly. I gotta admit that. But I still think you've got some air up there to take advantage of, at least on the short term.
So yeah, kudos to you. I want to let you know I took a $800 loss today on CELZ. I made a foolish move. I don't know if it was foolish because it was a triple top at 0.014, and so I went for it. I didn't buy at the open. I waited 15 minutes, got it at 0.014, and got the hell out at 0.0128 this afternoon.
Now, what's the ticker on that, Ken?
Sure, it's C, Charlie, Ernie, Larry, Zebra. There was obvious dilution today, and there was a 7.2 million share T trade posted after the close.
Jeez, huge volume too today on that.
That's right.
And we're talking about the right stock, right? Creative Medical Technology.
That's correct. That's the stem cell company like USRM last year. Yeah. Which, I like that area. USRM made me good money last year. So, I mean, there was some similarities, but, it's not that the chart's not bad, but
so what are you saying? It's game over here? Or I mean, because, granted, we saw moves like this in some of your other previous picks like BYOC and whatnot. So, it's still technically holding the trend here. So, we're still above the 21, which is, again, another pullback average I talk a lot about here on the show, and it's one that I always suggest guys keep on their chart, the 21 pullback support line, EMA, and this ticker has respected that line. Are you looking now for it to come back and touch? We're basically talking about it getting back under a penny if it does that.
I think it gets to a penny first. No, I'm not saying. You got a huge conference in May, so yeah, there's a catalyst coming up in a few weeks. So could it get to 2 cents? That's what a lot of people think. But I just worry about the dilution. How much more toxic debt has to be cleaned up, and that gets me uneasy. Look at what else? Renova, RNVA. That's one we've talked about. Yeah. It popped yesterday on good news. RNVA regarding the AK being delayed to May 2nd. couldn't keep the momentum today. And you got to be careful in this penny market. I find, just got to be careful.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Look, at the end of the day, obviously you can't hit stop losses, but you can have mental stops, and eventually, when some profits start to get challenged, you got to make a decision, and you made a decision, and if the opportunity arises to get back in, you'll do so. RNVA is one that, again, challenged my profits and, took a little bit off the table, but I still think
you're in love.
You're right. I'm still in love with the stock, and I want to see it win, and I think it will win. But we got to get these guys who were in at 0080s and 0050s. We got to get them out the chart, and eventually they'll disappear. They have huge positions, right? Because they got it dirt cheap. So, which still is technically dirt cheap, but we got to get those early guys out of here, and hopefully we bounce back up as your ticker as well.
Right. One more thing. I've been pounding the table on the Bitcoin stocks. I'm very bullish, and I texted you today. I got into B, Boy, Tom, Sam, Charlie. Right at the level you like, too, 8 cents. Look at that chart, BTSC. You can't tell me. I think that's going to go.
I'm a fan of BTSC. I exposed BTCS as a scam earlier in the year. Check out my website, advancedequityresearch.com. I got the write-up from that from a couple months ago. But BTSC, I like them because they actually, they're actually doing something. They have a business. They're mining. They're actually doing something. And it's a great little ticker, man. It's got a lot of volatility. It moves on some good news now, back above the 21, and it has been up there for a couple days now. Nice day-to-day Bitcoin. I'm shocked that Bitcoin continues to go higher. Let me get that off the screen. Bitcoin continues to go higher, and I was in disbelief the first couple of days. Now, looking at what Bitcoin is doing, is this for real? I don't want to get excited, but a part of me has to get a bit excited about what Bitcoin is doing because I know so many guys who lost, who I would love for them to be able to get their money back or at least come close to, not feeling like bag holders.
I also thought it was a good sign. Yesterday Bitcoin went down like 7,800 because some huge some big amount loaded. It bounced right back today, and those petty stocks, the BTSC, did not go down yesterday. That was a clue, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's go to FUSC, FUSC. The FUSC. I mean, that made up for the loss in the CLZ because it's up 8 cents. I got a lot of shares, so that continues higher. You're getting very close to that Oracle conference on Monday the 23rd, and that at least I thought there's going to be a contract release with Oracle, maybe whatever it is between now and the end of the work week. The stocks keeps going higher. Did you get that tweet from me regarding someone from E-Trade got this regarding the shorty and they want to borrow their shares? I mean, who knows?
There are no shares to short of FUSZ. There are no shares. I don't know what anybody's talking about that they got shares or that's not true. I've personally called Interactive Brokers myself.
Okay, cool.
Twice, and I said, "Hey, what do you have available on this ticker?" And they don't have anything. So they haven't given out any, and they don't have any. So whoever's saying they got some, you tell me where they're getting it from, because he
said E-Trade. This guy Brad. I happen to know who Brad is at E-Trade because I've talked to Brad. I don't know if he's bullshitting or whatever. Maybe I should call E-Trade and find out for myself.
Yeah, I would call and find out. I mean, E-Trade not known for having shares to short, especially of OTC stocks. So that's new to me. And but if he's got them, congrats to him. If somehow was able to get his hands on maybe someone on an account at E-Trade who's sitting on a shitload of shares, maybe I don't know, but I know my broker doesn't have any, and it doesn't afford me to talk anything dirty about FUSZ because it's not in my best interest. So FUSZ continues to go higher. If you've been in doubt, you've been a loser for days now. I mean, the stock's gotten almost 80 cents a share from those lower prices. So incredible run in FUSC.
It really is incredible. And like I said, Ted said you have traded it. Thank God I've traded it because there's been opportunities where it's gone down 50, 70%.
Yeah.
Wow. And then it bounces back. That's really interesting.
Right.
So at a low float, 60 million, supposedly 43%. I think it's on my inside. So just every day it goes by, so it just keeps. So far, the trend's your friend
Ken,
with that stock.
give me a date on that. The Cisco news again. Give me a date on that.
Right. So it's the Oracle conference is Monday, and everyone at least thinking they're going to release the contract because the CEO has said they're going to release it shortly. Everyone's assuming it's this week before the conference. If it isn't, who knows? But there are other contracts they're supposedly that they're talking about. And so you have Oracle conference Monday the 23rd to 27th, then the Marketo conference from Monday the 29th to June 2nd. And the third catalyst is he's meeting with these different family trusts and some other fourth catalyst regarding Oracle competing with Amzn for a huge government military contract. So that would be interesting. So I will just have to see. I mean, so far so good. Now the volume came down today. I think it did 600 and what the hell was it? About 50,000. So about half the volume yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's still decent dollar. It's still 1.2 million.
Right. I mean, yeah, you had buyers. You had buyers, and that's all that matters. You had more buyers than sellers, and you had a green day. That's really all that matters.
Right. So we will just have to see. That's really it. That's not much else to say tonight. Let's keep going.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, sir.
Shout out to Ken. Appreciate that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Ken just mentioned that $30 million sell-off on Bitcoin. But as you saw on the Asia session, that got bought up. During the Asia session. We ended the show. We talked about that. I think Mr. Lloyd brought it up. We ended the show, went to bed. Asia started, and boom, they bought that up. So Bitcoin, shout out to everybody who got in at those 7,900s, those 6,900s. Shout out to those people, man, who continue to play the hold on for dear life. I still tell you, and I have a feeling I'm going to eat my words. Monero's going to be that coin, man. Monero is going to be that coin. I'm going to continue to say that over and over and over again until this becomes a $1,000 coin. Monero, the privacy coin, is going to be the winner. All right? It's going to be the winner. 772. Treasure Hunter, I think that's you, man.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. Sit back, enjoying your show, man. Shit's always off the chain as usual.
Yes, indeed. What you got for us, bro?
Let me see. Only 2 tickers, man. Only 2 tickers. Let me see. One of my homeboys, I texted him today. Tried to get him in on a couple of plays. And he just texted me and let me know you're on the air. So I don't know if you talked about it. I just heard a little bit of it. Was it the BTSC? You're right.
Yeah.
That shit definitely. You know what I'm saying? All for real. I told you a while ago, I put my money in the OTCs.
Well, if you like Bitcoin, then you want, but you don't want to get into Bitcoin, right? You use Bitcoin stocks. You try to trade some Bitcoin stocks. Now there are quite a few of them out there, right? They're the Riot blockchains, the MGTIs. I mean, there are a few of them out there. So do your research on them. But there are ones that run more aggressively than others, and BTSC is one of the ones that runs pretty aggressively. And coming out of those lows, this is probably one that you want to be able to trade and put some money in and see what happens. It's an OTC play. You know what comes with those kind of tickers. So of course, do your due diligence.
Hey, I'm like you. Money is money. You know us, man. We never talk about getting into these plays until it got real low and it started waking up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Another waking up. I've been watching him. I thought he was going to go back down to like 2 cents or something like that, but he did a little crazy wind up. But he seemed kind of popped off today. I don't know what he might continue doing, but you can keep your eyes on him. RXMD.
RXMD, okay. RXMD coming out of some low RSI areas. Decent, all right, decent. Downside support at those levels. Oh man, I don't like where you're sitting at, but I mean, still
that's
decent,
what I'm saying.
But they had a great day today. I mean, I had to, I got to give it to you, man. They had some good, had a good day today. Not a monster kill, but I'll give you some change on that one.
Appreciate it, man.
Progressive
Appreciate
Care, drug retailer. I think is this OTC? What is this?
Yeah, OTC, bro.
OTC. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, man.
All right. Looks like the company put out some news on taking action on naked short sellers. Interesting news there, man. Appreciate you, Treasure Hunter. Thanks for the call as always, bro.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Keep up the good work. Your show is always off 10, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for watching, man. He's been a long-time listener, long-time caller. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Treasure Hunter for the call. What's going on, Alex? Callie Robb saying he's drunk. Said Seadrill. Seadrill's been a minute since we saw Seadrill. And speaking of oil and gas, man. Look, wow, this is insane, dude. Seadrill. Hold on. Did Seadrill hit the... I know Black Box got VTVT. But when did Seadrill take off? I didn't see that alert go out on Seadrill. I didn't see that alert on Seadrill, but maybe I didn't have my settings to under $1 to catch that. That's probably what the case was on that one. Boy, Seadrill killed it. Look at that. Look at that chart, man. Look at that chart.
Monster kill.
Look at that chart. That's beautiful. Look at that. Again, the 21. This is a 5-minute chart. Each candlestick is 5 minutes. Each candlestick is 5 minutes. One of my favorite plays to things to do on if you get a pre-market runner. This doesn't look like, actually it probably was a pre-market run. It's showing that it did gap up from the day before, so it could have been up slightly pre-market. Nice move from those lower levels, too. This is an account changer, man. Congratulations to you. I got to do that one more time.
Monster kill.
64%. Great call. Great call. Yeah, shout out to Black Box. VTVT, we were all over it. Check out my Twitter pro. We were all over it. 9:30 out the gate, VTVT. We were all over it over there at Black Box. We were all over it. So, we got the cheat codes, man. We got the cheat codes. Yes, indeed. NIHD, you say you're killing it on that? That's what's up. But, boy, Seadrill, a missed opportunity for me. Let me know if you were in Seadrill today. Let me know if you were in that today. Nice move. You left some people at the top at 42, but who cares? You know, you had more than enough time to get in and make some money in this. And even if you didn't catch the high, of course, you could have sold when it broke the moving average. But still would have, cashed out at least almost 15 cents even at those where it crashed that moving average. I got to give it to him. That's what's up. K-Mac, you were in at 29 cents on that? Way to play that. Yeah, somebody asked me about VTVT yesterday. Who was that? Didn't we bring up VTVT yesterday? Man, HMNY hit my stop, dude. HMNY hit my stop. Man, here's the thing about HMNY. They had the hit piece from Business Insider, and man, I swear they almost, I can't say they took my playbook, because I took the playbook from Alex Left, right, from Citrus. They basically came out, shitted on HMNY, talking about their debt and what the auditor said in the 10K, which they say in every single 10K, but Business Insider has a huge reach. They put that article out there, ended up selling off yesterday. That's what caused the sell-off yesterday. Today, we had a nice bounce in the morning, but then we just didn't have the steam to keep it up. And then after hours, sure enough, the company announced an equity offering. Traders don't like that, but look, the company needs to take care of its debt situation, and they're doing that. But, those 320s or whatever the bottom is going to be for HMNY, that's where you probably get in. If you have the patience to keep holding. If you have the patience to keep holding. That's what's going to be the problem on HMNY. All right? That's going to be the problem on HMNY. And we're going to see whether or not we're going to be below tomorrow. We're going to be below that 21 support. Let's see if we can get back up there, but, we'll see. All right? Yes, indeed. Shout out to whoever brought up VTVT. I can't remember. What's going on, Christopher? Christopher, in my inaugural episode of that option show that I just put out, he selected HMNY. Obviously, Chris, I put your HMNY call out there. Let me know how you feel about it now. Obviously, look, it was a miracle option, pick to begin with, right? It was a miracle pick to begin with. But, hey, we've seen weirder things happen. So you never know. STAF, Staffing 360 Solutions. MACD cross, RSI not yet, but it's looking for that 50 RSI line. It's looking for it. MACD already showing the positive territory, slowly being encroached by the 12 MA, crossing that 26. So it's coming. Obviously, today's action in the stock helped. Staff, the volume is a little light, though, man. The volume is a little light. I can't even say a little. That's a lot light. It's only 42,000 shares traded today. Now, this is a stock that's been a mover before. I mean, this stock used to trade pretty aggressively. Obviously, things just, unfortunately haven't gone their way, and traders have gone, to other tickers. But they used to put up the numbers. What's going on, Savvy B? Appreciate you. $2 contribution. All right. You guys know what the call-in line is. 305-600-2896. Someone bought 600 call options on SDRL. All right. Pink Penny, what strike did they buy? What strike did they buy? All right. Let's keep it going. GPHW? What ticker is that? GPHW. I don't have a GPHW. Let me know. NIHD. We do have that. NIHD 289. Man, this thing just keeps killing it every single day. Brought it up yesterday. Brought it up today. I just got to
Supreme victory.
It just keeps going. This sucker just keeps going, man. You had some red days, but for the most part, it just keeps going. Here's the weekly. All right, every candlestick is a week. For the most part, what is this? Almost 10 weeks? Oh, let me count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. So for the last 9 weeks, you start on Monday, you end on Friday, you've been positive besides 1 week. All right, right? NIHD. Shout out to those traders. Appreciate you, Savvy B. Blessing the ministry. All right? Yes, indeed. Let's keep it going. Oh, look, I don't want to be a bag holder at this point. But again, you could have said that for the last 3-4 weeks as we just pulled up that chart. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. NTEK, 14% gain, OTC stock. You already know what that is. All right, Pretty low volume on this too, man. Pretty low volume on NTEK, OTC stock. You're going to have to, stretch it out a little bit. Ugly looking chart, man. That's a really ugly looking chart, but hey, wish you the best on it. 14% gain today. May 18th, 105 calls. Okay. What strike though? What's strike? 105. Okay, all right. 105. 2016 RAS. Let's take a look at DGAS. Let's take a look at DGAS. The inverse. Well, you know, these inverse ETFs you hold for a couple days max. You can't necessarily sit in them. All right, you can't necessarily sit in them. It's a short term kind of trade. Speaking of gas, if you read that supply report this morning, crude inventories actually fell today. Crude inventories fell today, almost 1 million barrels. In fact, let's look at crude, see where we are right now on WTI or U.S. oil. Where are we at right now? Here's crude, slightly down, but we're still at 68, 66, if I'm right. Let me see, am I reading from the right? I think we're at, 68. All right, 68, 66, 68, 66. But at the end of the day, crude looking real good, man. Crude looking real good. It's been on a tear since, summer of last year. When we hit those low 40s, now we're almost $24 higher on crude prices. Luckily, we haven't seen that so much at the gas pump. I don't know about where you live, but I haven't gotten the pain just yet. I do see it moving and creeping up higher, but I'm not feeling it yet. Not feeling it yet. Let me know if you are, but crude continues to go higher. We're knocking on the door to 70 a barrel. We're knocking on the door to 70 a barrel. We haven't been at those prices for some time. Here's the weekly. We just broke through a 2015 resistance level, all right, or 2015 high. You guys know, going back to some of those, mid to late Obama years, we got up there a bit on that. Let me see here. We got up there a bit on that. All right, but for the most part, crude still working its way back higher from those 2015 lows. Candace, you said you feel the pain in New York City. First of all, New York City is the worst place to own a vehicle. New York City is the worst place. I lived in Brooklyn. As I mentioned to you guys, you know my story. All right. After the Navy, went back to school, got my degree, moved to New York. I wanted to be a municipal bond trader. Right, or someone who just basically contacted and brokered the deals between small communities all over the country and capital that has the money to make those deals happen. I wanted to be that guy. Showed up there with a car, and after maybe a week and a half of fighting for parking, I said, "Fuck this shit, man." I put my car on Craigslist, and that shit was gone. I had enough of that. So, shout out to you for owning a car in the city. But I couldn't deal with that. But then again, having to ride the train too, that's another nightmare, man. You'll just be sitting on the train and, I'd hop on the 4 train to get to Brooklyn because I had some bullshit job. And I remember one time I got on the train and this brother just woke up. Like, what the fuck? What is you doing? And people they just act crazy. They just, I don't know. I just couldn't do, New York City just wasn't for me, bro. Wasn't for me. Said the L train is going down. Let's keep it, bro. Let's keep it going. Because I'm getting, those emotions are coming back to me. Shit. Let's keep it going. First Trust Internet. What is this? ETF? First Trust Internet. Okay, so this is one of those. This is kind of one of those institutions that kind of has its own ETF. Many money management, I don't want to say organizations, but companies have their own ETFs. Schwab has their own ETFs. Basically most of your huge financial institutions have their own ETFs. This is one of them. It looks like FDN. Very impressive. Obviously, if you were, someone who bought and held, that's where you make the most money on those ETFs, right? Especially the non-leveraged ones if you buy and hold. All right? It's a lot of possess. Oh, yeah, man. You see people who are possessed. And here's the thing. You're riding the train. You don't know if these people got weapons. You don't know if they got weapons. It's late. Once the car door slam, I'm like, am I going to have to fight for my life? And then at night you'll see, people having to sleep on the train, and that brought up a whole other level. I just felt sorry for people. I remember seeing a couple, and this couple couldn't have been older than me. They couldn't have been old, but they were sleeping on the train, man. They were sleeping on the train. I was just like, damn. Shit. SBR hitter. Bots. Yeah, Bots has been a nice one. Bots is showing a little bit of weakness, and it has been for a couple of days, on Bots. Bots was a killer for 2017. We talked about that a lot here on the show. Bots will continue once it gets out of this funnel here and breaks higher. It will continue to be an incredible ETF to trade, right? Especially if we talk a year, 2 years out. Bots is going to continue to go higher. I mean, artificial intelligence is the future. Yeah, weird smells and shit. Yeah. The train in New York City always smell like shit. Always smell like shit, bro. As soon as you go down the stairs to get into the platform, I'm breathing down my mouth. I'm breathing in my mouth, bro, because I can't take it. ZIL. Let me see. ZIL. What's that ticker? I don't know what ZIL is. I don't have a ZIL, brother, so you don't have to let me know what's up with that. All right. Let's keep it going. And by the way, let me know if you guys got some option trades too, man. I mean, I just put out an option video. If you got some option traders in here, let's look at your trade. And you can call up and give me a thesis and around, your trade and why. I kind of gave that breakdown on my Intel trades. If you want to look at, go back and read or at least watch, rather listen to that earnings call, their last Q4 earnings call, where Intel specifically said that in 2008, they expect another record year. And in fact, they were increasing their quarterly cash dividend 10% on an annual basis. So with Intel presenting earnings here on the 26th of this month, being that they have not revised that number or revised that statement, I'm expecting them to, blow it out the water on INTC. And that's why I put out that trade for Intel for people to take a position in. All right. And that was the INTC June 5250 call that's going for 326 right now. Now, again, typically I would wrap that up in a vertical to make it cheaper for myself. I top out, of course, my winning potential, but again, it's all about saving yourself some money. All right, and we'll talk more verticals as the show that portion of the show gets a little bit more popular, and I can be a little bit more complicated. All right, INTC, absolutely. I fully expect INTC to deliver on that. All right. What's going on, Kenny Dutton? OWCP, man, that's an oldie. OWCP. OWCP. This is a stock that will have its day again. I mean, popular stocks and OTCs, they run again. Now that I'm bringing it up on the show, don't be surprised if we see this run now that I put it out there. Because you know how this show does. I'll talk about it, and a couple days later, you know, I'm staring at a 10, 15, 20% gain. OWCP, from what I remember, they are a marijuana / cannabis research firm out of Israel, and did incredible numbers last year. From 20 cents to, it was like the 9 cents. There it goes. It was 9 cents to $3.25. From 9 cents to $3.25, you do the research or the math on that. That's an incredible return. I doubt anybody held it from those levels to that top, but still impressive anyway. 612. What's up?
Hey, oye, ¿qué pasa?
Hey, Chris, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Put some respect on my name, now that type of shit. What's up, Don?
Hey, you talk to me. You're the one in the Dominican Republic, man.
Shoot, you know, when you come, be sure and bring your blue blockers.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing, man. I forget what I call to say every time I call your show. So yeah. Because I only got a phone and I don't have no notes and stuff, but it's wonderful, man. That options thing was nice. Your new look and everything was good. And for your green screen and stuff, that's tough.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, and shoot, peace, man. La paz.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you, Chris. I mean, you can tell when life is just so good for somebody. You can tell when life is so good. The brother said, you know, fuck struggling in America. I'm going to the Dominican Republic where I can live in the top 1% on, I don't know, I don't ever check a man's pockets, but let's say, you know, 4,000, 5,000, 7,000 a month, whatever it is, Chris, you bring in from your activities. You know, in a country like the Dominican Republic, yeah, you're living in the top 1%. You're living in the top 1%. You know? Honestly, you could live in the top 1% from $2,000 a month. On $2,000 a month. From some of the blogs that I've been reading, on $2,000 a month. You know. 612, Chris, you're back on. What's up?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I remember what it is, Chief. All right, seriously, no, those picks that we're doing for the options are like my first attempts at doing the Ichimoku Kinko Ohio Cloud, the Kumo.
Okay.
So, yeah, those are my first, like, attempts at options. I've only been playing options 2 weeks. I've been, and I just learned that indicator this weekend.
Yes. But bro, I mean that's good. No, I appreciate you for putting yourself out there, and that's a great way to learn, man. Is to be able to, you know, have that out there, and it forces you to kind of get better at it. And I commend you for, you know, putting yourself out there on such short notice, but as well as, you know, as much lack of experience as you have, but still taking the opportunity to, you know, be front and center. I like that.
Hey, that's how I got here, cousin. That's how I wound up here.
Yes, indeed.
One other question. That BLOK, that block thing, I look at that on that so-called cloud, and it's got no kind of resistance, but it's new on the NASDAQ. My question is, do you know if I should change like some settings on the on those moving averages, that 9 and 26?
No,
because it's so young.
You know, no, it's a new ticker, so it doesn't have that much trading history. But you don't change your indicators. You know, now I know some guys who make adjustments, but you know, For the most part, the standard, that come with these indicators, they were selected for a reason. They were chosen as the best selections or the best settings for that particular indicator. So,
okay,
just let the chart mature. I mean, you're just gonna have to let the chart mature, and as it continues to make new highs or new lows, then the indicators will adjust accordingly. But right now, you just don't have much to go on, and they're doing the best that they can with the information they have.
Okay, and I was kind of, that makes a whole lot of sense, and I was also wondering looking at the boys, they got a certain setting they use for cryptocurrency. Do you think it'd trade like that is my other question. I mean, was it just a rhetorical statement, like should I use crypto settings on it? And other than that, I got 2 tickers and one other point.
Well, to answer that question, I wouldn't take any advice from somebody who's using crypto settings on stock trades. I mean, when you talk about a lot of these crypto guys, they haven't been right on anything for the most part. I mean, I'm still looking at articles today before the show, guys saying, hey, Bitcoin was going to be 50,000 in January. It was going to be 75,000. So I take everything with a grain of salt they're talking about. And if they're changing settings on some of these indicators to make it work best on crypto, fine, if it's working for them. But for the most part, whatever they're putting out has been, little, if not accurate at all. So, it is on that. But what else you got for us?
Okay, Capone. Entonces, chécamelo. It's like this. One other thing about the settings, that they had the 9 trading days and 26 trading weeks. That's why they things like this on their MA. And some people suggest change it to the week to 7 to settings for American to 7, 22 and 44. Anyway, I was just wondering if anybody knows anything about changing it to the 7 days, 1.5 trading weeks and the 22 trading months. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, senor, I'm just running by you CJJD and CRON. And can I get off the phone?
There it is, man. Appreciate you. Give me that last ticker one more time.
I'm out of here like last year. It's CRON. It's that Canadian cannabis, legalized cannabis.
Okay, got you. All right, appreciate you, Chris. Thanks for the call, man.
Chabelo.
Yes, indeed, man. Chris is like, can I get off the phone? Chris, you talking like you on a minute plan or something, man. Like, damn. Yeah. My man was talking like he was on that nights and weekends. CJJD, China JoJo drugstores. Goddamn, I don't know nothing about this. I've always believed any of these Chinese small caps are frauds for the most part. I've always believed most of them are frauds for the most part. I don't like it just for the fact that it's low volume to begin with. Only 23,000 shares traded today. CRONS, you say it's a marijuana play. I'm going to have to do some research on it. I don't like the PE. I mean, the PE ratio of 209. 209 for a PE, that's very expensive. You're paying quite a bit of a premium for CRON. So I'm going to have to do some research on it. I can't make a call on this, but that PE has me a bit worried that, you got a ticker out here that pharmaceutical play trading at 209 times earnings. So obviously there's quite a bit of upside potential that the market is pricing into here. So I need to do more research on why people are so excited about buying a ticker at 200 times current earnings. All right. CJJB was that last ticker. China JoJo drugstores. MJ play for sure. CRON. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's very expensive. Very expensive, but obviously, when you're talking about high PE stocks, that means the market's got is priced in quite a bit of its future in the price. So people are very excited about the company and its potential, and they're willing to pay premium for it. WTI long Yeah, that's been the way to go. That's been the way to go on WTI long. Of course, as higher gas prices go higher. And again, you had a great day today because, again, I just announced those crude supplies, that on that economic data. And by the way, you guys should have the economic calendar saved in your, there we go. Let me put this out there for you. Mam.econoday. Let me put this in the chat room. You guys should have this on or saved as a bookmark. Mam.econoday.com. M-A-M as in Mary, .econo, like economics, or econoday.com. All right? And that's updated every single day, but it's also placed in the future. You got future events there, and you're able to see what's coming up next. So for example, we're going to be getting housing starts late in the week. What's coming up tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 19th. We got jobless claims at 8:30. All right, pre-market. That's pretty much the only thing else. We got natural gas report at 10:30. So guys who are interested in trading nat gas, that's something that's been of interest to you. But for the most part, other than that, that's the only reports tomorrow that matter. All right. So you should have that saved. Okay, because some of the stocks you may trade may have news that could move. All right, could move on that. And NITK, we talked about that one already. BPTH after hours. George M, what's going on after hours there on BPTH? All right, let me pull it up here. Let's find out what the story is. He's saying something's going on there after hours. BPTH. All right, so I see here at 401 preclinical data demonstrating promising potential for the treatment of solid tumors. All right, another cancer. You guys know what cancer do. I do see here up. Damn, this sucker is up almost 38%. 232 right now on the ask for BPTH. We know cancer can get, a lot of people excited. We've seen that time and time again. I hate the fact that they put this out after hours, but, I understand why. They give their family and friends the opportunity to go in while nobody knows what the fuck is going on, and then pre-market they dump like everyone else, which is the smart thing to do. But traders get burned a lot of times on this one. This could be very well one of those tickers that, gaps up early on that first candlestick and then leaves you hanging for the rest of the day. We'll see. We got a nice day today on VTVT. Hopefully we can get a similar move. All right. And by the way, I hope you're not holding VTVT overnight. You had 2 good days, right? Today being the most. Still got a lot of upside, right? Still got a lot of upside, but, 84% is a lot. 84% is a lot for one day. All right. And you're above $2. So, the sharks are smelling blood. So we'll see what happens. EPE. And quite a bit of shares out there on VTVT too. Very shortable. EPE, 20% gain. All right. Across the board gains for oil and gas. So you just named the ticker. It was across the board great day. Look at Exxon with the 1% gain. Saw those options on Exxon go through the roof. Again, we just announced why. Crude inventory, some of the lowest for the year so far. Some of the lowest crude inventories for the year so far. Very impressive. Name your ticker on crude, and it was up today. ExxonMobil. All right, and Exxon was another one too I was looking at too. That in the money call on Exxon, but the pricing on the black shows seems like I was paying premium on that. When we talk about Theo price, now Theo price, which is basically theoretical value, and theoretical value. So you have the cost of the option. And then you have theoretical value, which is kind of a black shows model of being able to come up with another number that gives you an idea whether or not the option you're buying is underpriced or overpriced. And, of course, you want to buy an underpriced option with potential. 857, you're calling. What's up?
What's going on, sir? What's going on?
Hey, who am I speaking with?
Pink Penny. Position yourself in knowledge. That's the acronym.
Appreciate you, bro.
Position yourself in knowledge. So I know how you feel about options, and you really try to keep your spread tight. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree with it to a certain extent because, like, you have like some of these penny stock options, like as far as EPE and NIHD, SDRL. You have a lot of them, but the spreads are wide. But
Absolutely.
The options are so cheap. Like $1.10, so you pay like $110 for a contract. And if that thing moves 20%, 35% like today, I mean, your risk is minimized and your upside is maximized. So I was calling to get your opinion on that.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, you have a wide spread because it's illiquid, right? That's why there's a wide spread. And, you know, you can have a great move in the underlying, but if you don't have somebody there willing to buy those options, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't.
So are you talking about the implied velocity?
Right. Well, no,
I'm
not talking about that. I'm talking about
okay.
Do you have somebody who's going to buy your options when you are ready to sell? You know what I mean? You gotta have a buyer. You gotta have somebody who's going to be willing to buy those options that you've bought and you've been sitting on. And if you don't have anybody there to buy, you're going to have to, you know, lower your ask. And unfortunately, that means sometimes not getting the full meat of the move. And that's what a lot of guys, unfortunately, have to do when you buy these illiquid, you know, options. You're not getting the max of the move. So, you know, but that's a give and take. So. That's the risk you play trading these options.
I have another question for you. Like, what's the difference, right? If somebody call your show, if I'm a promoter and I want to pump and dump the stock, or CNBC, Jim Cramer get up there and they do the same thing. They pump and dump stocks all day. 1 minute they hate Tesla, next minute they love Tesla.
Right.
It's just like they doing the same thing, just like some of the lower level OTC promoters are doing.
Yes,
you know. So I was just getting you.
Yeah, what's your question though? What's your question?
Yeah, that was my question. It was sort of like kind of like a rant, kind of, because you know, it's like you're in a play and it's going good, and then as soon as CNBC come on, or you know, they don't like the situation, they drive the stock down or they pump it up. So I was just getting your opinion. That's all. Just on that, like, you know, the elites do the same thing. Some of the OTC guys do too. And
absolutely, man. They're doing the same thing the promoters are doing. They're just doing it on a bigger and grander scale. That's all they're doing. I mean, you know, you bring up Tesla. They don't like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is just a guy who didn't play by the rules, right? And he's doing his own thing, man. And they don't like him because he doesn't really kiss ass like that. He doesn't do interviews, right? For example, it's hard to get an interview with Elon Musk. It's very rare that he gives an interview. He doesn't play by the rules like that. He doesn't, you know, walk the walk and talk the talk the way the Wall Street guys like. And that's why they hate him. He's also a South African. It plays into it as well.
Yeah,
and you know, he just comes off as a bit cocky and arrogant, and they don't like that. You know what I mean? They don't like that. But look, I've said it over and over that this market is rigged, especially when you're talking about a lot of these large cap stocks. They will keep a stock running for on and on and on. You know, you can talk about Enron and how much of a fraud that was. That was several years ago. But the fact of the matter is Enron had, you know, almost 20 analysts, you know, putting buy ratings on the stock. So they were reading the numbers. What were they seeing that eventually, you know, got caught, but they didn't see? So, you know, look, at the end of the day, man, they're playing it at a bigger level. They're talking about billions of dollars. You know, they have these guys at Market Watch and CNBC. They got these people who are willing to write these articles to say, hey, 10 reasons to buy, you know, so-and-so stock here. 5 reasons why these stocks will go up. I mean, they do the same thing, bro. It's just the same thing.
Exactly.
It's a different level, and, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I mean, look at Donald Trump with the Syrian strikes. He did that on the weekend.
Yeah, and it's a coincidence. All the oil stocks are up. All the defense stocks are up, and steel stocks are up. Everything we need for our national defense. I was saying that a few weeks ago.
They play with each other, man. They know what to say and do to keep the market going. And this is a synthetic rand market. We're running on a lot of fumes, but at the end of the day, you know, people just want to buy. The news media is selling the buy, and we're going to continue to go higher until it all falls apart, whenever that happens.
Okay, one last question. Okay, like, so when you miss these big plays, Twitter, Netflix, and I mean, you know, is some of them are parabolic, like Twitter, and like how it was, and you know, all right, this thing is gonna deflate. Like, when you miss that play, are you looking to get in and do put options on it?
If it's at a high RSI level, sure. I mean, you know, if you see, well, Twitter is not now, but I mean, for example, Netflix, you know, Netflix, if you go to, let me see here, Netflix, even Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix recovered. It came, people bought on it. It consolidated a lot.
You had a little bit of divergence here yesterday on Netflix, and I put that on my Twitter at the same time, but as you can see, guys, it just continued to go higher. But Netflix slightly down today, lost a bit of $1. So Netflix looks like it could, you know, pull back a little bit, but the hourly still looks strong. And but yeah, I mean, when you see a ticker that's overbought, right, then, you know, I would go in for a put. But no, just because I miss a move, I'm not looking automatically to buy puts, because we know that stocks can gap and go, right? So you have an earnings announcement, then, and that's exactly what Netflix did. I mean, Netflix came out with the earnings. You had to gap and go. So it gapped up higher, and it continued to run. So, you know, you bought puts into this, you got killed. You got murdered. So, I mean, just because a stock makes a big move higher doesn't mean it's automatically time to buy puts. You really do have to watch the price action, man.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Sal, man. Enjoy your show. Enjoy the content, man. You're the best. Enjoy your the rest of the show.
Thank you, sir. Listening. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. All right, bringing finance to the block. I love it. Facebook struggling again, man. Facebook struggling again. You know, yesterday we were talking about 168 Facebook. I wanted to bring up Facebook today because I want to know if anybody is in Facebook right now. I was thinking Facebook, we were going to break out higher to the 170s, and then we pulled back today. We pulled back today on Facebook, man. We were looking really pretty for the 170s. Now we saw a little bit of resistance today on Facebook as it climbs back above the 50 RSI. Right, climbs back above the 50 RSI. This is an entry point. I'm going to be interested to see what the trade looks like tomorrow. Facebook was another option I was really considering for, you know, the option selection show, but I think I picked two really good plays. But Facebook was another one, and I was like, ugh, you know. And it could be just a situation where, again, you've had multiple days of pretty good moves in Facebook, mixed in with a little bit of red. But, you know, look, the last week and a half for Facebook has been good. It's been good. I mean, you're up almost $15 in Facebook, right? Some of those in-the-money puts, in-the-money calls at those 150 levels, 155 levels on the monthly options have almost practically doubled in value. Right? And when I look at Facebook now, all right, and I'm looking at some of these prices now on Facebook, all right, and of course I love the monthly options. And if we go on the monthly, and I want to go out and Facebook, not the greatest volume in the world, but it's got decent volume. All right, let's go to Facebook. Let me see what we got here on open interest. On Facebook, 166. Let's see, Theo Price, 166. God damn, Facebook options. I forgot how Facebook are not the cheapest options in the world, right? They're not the cheapest options in the world. Not the cheapest options in the world. Winds up being less than, nope, we're not going to do that. And again, verticals make your options cheaper. Verticals will make your options cheaper. All right. Okay, so if you buy the 155 call, sell the 160 for May 18th. Yeah, the return. The return maybe not big enough for the gain. It nets you only 132, and that's for one contract. Yeah. Facebook. The returns on Facebook not so great. But again, I still think you got the upside there. Still think you got the upside there on Facebook. All right, and this might be an opportunity to buy those 170 calls, knowing that you missed out on when's the earnings? April 25th. April 25th earnings for Facebook. After hours, April 25th. So, do you go for the 170s? Right? Obviously, I expect Facebook to beat, but if you remember, Facebook last go around, they announced, weaker, people weren't spending as much time on the website. It's 301, you're on the air. What's up?
Hello. What's Gucci? It's Gucci.
Hey, Gucci, what's up, man?
What's up? I got a couple tickers. Sorry, that was a show in the background. Using another phone again.
No problem.
Got a couple tickers I want to talk about. And the first one of those would be MDCX.
All right, MDCX.
I heard about MDCX today. Apparently, this company's having a reverse merger with some Chinese businessmen. I'll say businessmen. And that's just announced today. I'm not sure if that's even real, but I'm just bringing it to the attention of the stream.
Okay. All right.
Could do something.
We got to see a lot more action on this. I mean, this thing is basically hadn't done anything. So some unusual volume today on that ticker, but not much history to go by for the most part. MDCX. So I guess we'll pay attention. Somebody will be watching it.
Yeah, just getting y'all early because we all like to get in early. Y'all haven't been getting on these plays on the OTC as early as you would like. So MDCX. Anyway, next one, OWVI.
Okay.
We talked about this one in the last few shows.
OWVI.
And this is also a custodianship play, and the custodianship was actually confirmed. It was granted to David Lazar yesterday, I believe. And the stock sold off. I mean, apparently there's a group that still wants 12s, and that's just how it is, and they're going to run it after that. So we'll see what happens on this one.
Now, what business is this company in? What exactly do they do?
Still don't know, man.
Okay.
Still don't know. Only know that David Lazar took the custodianship of the company. In a court case, he was granted custodianship, and that's just supposed to be a huge pro for the company going forward.
Okay.
Based on his reputation. Anyway, next ticker, BYOC. Frequently talked about one here.
Yeah. BYOC's talked about a lot. Ken's talked about how he's waiting for the floor possibly to go back in this one. But what you say about this ticker?
I think moving averages would be great to look at for this to see where the floor might be, because some people are saying like 4-1 maybe, or I think that might be the 20-day moving average. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it's sitting on top of the 20, so I mean, it's it's way past below the 20 or anything up there. I mean, I have a 21. It's way past and below that. So, we're sitting but just above the 200 moving average. So it's fighting
Yeah,
for its
yeah.
life right now. And if it's going to bounce off something, it better do it now.
Yeah, that might be the bounce spot, the 200 actually. So
Okay.
I bought back in. Honestly, I got some shares at 0.78 on that first day. Oh, just a couple shares, so I don't really care. I averaged down as well a bit at 0.62 or something like that. So anything under 8 cents, I believe, on BYOC is a good buy, honestly. Even sub 10 cents, I think BYOC is going to be a good play for the future. I mean, this company has a huge banking group behind it and affiliated with it, and they're not going to get involved with something that's going to lose them money. So,
Got it.
BYOC. Anyway, still on the OTC. I sold out of my strike force position, but I want to keep it on watch. I think everyone should. I think it's going to just bounce from here once news comes out. News is expected soon.
All right, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate you, Gucci, as always, man.
One more ticker, just because AFTC, again, y'all said it was going to go red to go green, and I thought it was too, honestly.
Yeah.
But this thing just keeps beasting. I mean, the float is just so locked. People keep hitting the ask. I mean, people were buying 35s into the close today in Wales. I was watching them do it, like Wales. Like, I know who these people are. They're not just the average retail investor. I was talking about similar OTC plays earlier, LDSI, LDSR, LRDR. They've all ran similarly on similar floats. I think AFTC is going to keep running a bit, and obviously it will pull back eventually, but I think this company might be fantastic going forward. Who knows? It could be BYOC in the future.
Now,
those are my plays.
Now Gucci, before I get you off though, you're following this in some kind of forum or chat room. Where are you following, all the chatter in regards to this particular ticker?
I am in a Discord group called Bullish Horns. You might have heard of it on Twitter or something, but it's just a small but passionate group of traders similar to this one, and we just do basically what we did in your old Discord.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just find the best plays, and this was one of them.
That's what's up.
This one got called like way down there, so people are eating. Anyway, appreciate you, Sal.
Definitely appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. Yes, indeed, man. And he gave us some tickers early, so that ticker he may have brought up here to start off his call could end up looking like AFTC. Couldn't end up looking like AFTC, because if you look at AFTC, that stock wasn't doing shit. That stock wasn't doing shit, and look what it's doing now. So, when a guy brings up a ticker and it has nothing going for itself, give it a second look. Give it a second look after a day or two. Give it a second look after a day or two. All right. Somebody, Kelly, Rob, you were talking about Zuckerberg selling about 2 million a day on Facebook shares. He's got a right to do that. He's got a right to do that. That's the man who created it. I mean, he's trying to, get some cash out. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you're looking at the underlying business, man. Do I want to be an owner of Facebook? Do I want to be an owner of Facebook? And with all that hoopla, that was the talk of the town on Facebook 2 weeks ago. That shit is gone now. We have such a short memory. No, I mean, who the fuck is talking about Facebook now? Nobody. They had this man in front of Congress, and these congressmen were going back and forth with him. You could tell they'd never been on a computer since Windows 95. Asking the stupidest questions. 503, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Thank you. Who am I speaking with?
This is Mr. Money.
All right, Mr. Money. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Hey, I had a question about INTK.
Okay.
Somebody brought it up on your show a while ago, and I purchased 150,000 shares at 0022.
Okay.
And I was wondering, it went up but I was wondering if I should sell, because I'm not too sure about this ticker, about this company.
Well, first of all, I'm curious. What got you in there to begin with?
Well, somebody brought it up on your show, and they were like, "This is going to be hot." So I just took it on their word, and it was a 0.0022, and I went and bought 180,000 shares. Well, so anyway, so I made a pretty good profit today. So I was wondering if I should sell, because I'm not too sure, because I can't really find any information on the company as far as current information.
Right. I mean, that's OTCs for you. Let me ask you this: do you need the money?
No, not really. Not really. But I'm just trying to learn the game. And
yeah. Understood. Is it a large percentage of your account right now?
No, it's not.
Would you be willing to hold for a month or two longer?
Yeah. If it was recommended, if you recommended it, definitely. Yeah, I would definitely hold on to it.
Don't put it all on
I wouldn't hold it against you I wouldn't hold it against you if
he wants to put it all on me.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't dare, man. Yeah, you're a good dude, man. I love your show, man.
Look.
So let me give you my story though, because I've been looking at you for a long time, and I about a little over a year ago, I had an accident and I went blind pretty much. And I've been getting my vision back slowly but surely over the past year. But I've been so when I went blind, I tuned into your show, and I really like this. So I've been listening ever since, bro. So yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send you something in a few minutes too, just to show you I appreciate you.
God bless you, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, man. But here's the thing. Going back to your question, man, on INTK, because I've always been interested in guys, how guys handle your game, how they handle their gains on this, and you are up, but I'm thinking, let's get in a position to possibly maybe double our money. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Or triple it. I mean, who knows where I don't know. I don't know what could be going on here, but I'm looking at the indicators. They look pretty good so far. And this could be the beginning of something here. We don't know. But if you don't need the money, if you're cool with the stock going down,
all right.
And I see guys are saying take the money. But if you can wait it out, right, and give yourself a month, see what happens.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
See what happens.
So I wanted to call in and just get your opinion on it, and so I won't hold it against you though if it tumbles and blows up. That's the way the game goes, But
hold on, because I you can't do a stop loss, but I want you to have a mental stop. I want you to have a mental stop. So I don't want you to hold this if it drops, below your 0022, right? I don't want you holding bags, but at the same time, if it continues to go higher, if you double your money, then I'm saying taking profits, right? If you end up tomorrow at 0048, right, or if you end up at 0042, something like that tomorrow,
right?
Hell yeah, dude, take that. You've doubled your money.
All right, that sounds like a plan, man.
There it is, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, you're very helpful. Yeah, thank you, Sal. So you'll be hearing from me more often, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate the call, Mr. Money. Appreciate you for the call, bro. Look, I get it. Profit is profit, but I mean, goddamn, don't y'all let your winners run? I mean, to go to get, from a few $100s to thousands of dollars, you got to let your profits run. That's the problem. Some of y'all make $200 and $200. Ooh. Nah, bro, I'm talking 2 G's. Let's get 2 G's. Fuck $200. Now, if your account is, if you got a $500 account and you get $200, that's a different story. But some of you guys are working with, 12 G's, 15 G's, 30 G's. What the fuck is $200? You need to grow your account, man. You got to grow your account. And I'll be the first one to admit I used to do that. I'd see $200 gain. Oh, shit, I'll take that. And then I come back and check that same OTC ticker 2 months later, and the bitch is at, $2,300, $4,000, could have been my return. But I was coming from a place of scarcity. I'm looking at $200 like, oh, God, that's profit. That ain't shit. You say I'm acting like I'm talking to hoes. No, man, it's no disrespect to anybody. I'm just saying, and y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, but I get it, sometimes people just want to win. And it's so short-sighted though. Because I'm trying to get, look at what, for example, I bring up good traders that call up the show like Ken. I keep bringing up Ken and that, a guy like that, what Ken does, he'll put in a trade, he'll call it up, it won't be doing anything. A month later, 2 months later, he's sitting on the bag. He's sitting on the bag, man. That's the kind of type of stuff we got to learn how to do. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I made this little option selection thing, because I'm in them personally. These are trades I'm in personally. Right? So you're going to be able to see if I'm winning or losing on these trades. Now, I got my downside protection. I got my, what my catalyst, which is earnings, as well as the current, trend that's developing in those tickers. Yeah, man. Corey Quine said if he made $15, he's selling. I mean, come on, man. I'm trying to get a bag, bro. It kind of reminds me of this brother I saw. I told you guys about this. This brother I saw at the gas station talking about Bitcoin. Ooh, boy, I just made $7 on Bitcoin. Ooh, my nigga, you got to get up on this Bitcoin. Ooh, just fuck. I'm like, God damn, nigga. Calm your ass. $7? $7? You sold out for $7? Because if you remember, Bitcoin, toward the end, the fees had gotten so ridiculous. The fees were like, it was ridiculous. So, I get it. Brother just want a piece of the action. So dudes were making $50, $100 trades, but after all the fees and shit, they were coming out with nothing, man. They were coming out with nothing. And most of those guys weren't making no money. They were just bullshitting. They were paying, compared to what we pay here trading stocks, they were paying, sometimes 35, 60, round trip. Round trip. Ridiculous amount of money to trade for a while there on especially the guys who weren't going through GDAX. You remember if you went through GDAX, it was a little bit cheaper. It was a lot cheaper, actually. But for the most part, all the newbies, they were going through Coinbase. So they were getting raped every time they were going in and out. This brother was just, ooh. Oh, just like that, bro. I'm not just like that. Just looking at this phone, you had the guy calling themselves Bitcoin. It was ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But that time might be back again, folks. Bitcoin is running. We're going to see the clowns come back out from the woodworks. We're going to see the clowns come back out. We're going to see Trayvon, what was his last name again? Trayvon 2.0. They'll pull out another brother. They do it. They'll do it. some Bitcoin play or company will find some other marketer, put them on, set them with a bag, you know, and we'll have Trayvon 2.0. Bitcoin. Oh, man. 928. You're on the air. What's up?
Sal, what's up? It's your boy Kenny Dutton, man.
What's up? What's up? What you got for us, man?
Man, listen. All right. Now, MSPC.
All right.
Now, I know some guys who made some bags on this.
Now, give me that ticker one more time.
MSPC.
Okay, Metro Spaces. Okay, yeah, I've heard of Metro Spaces. Yeah, they've done some things. They've done some things.
I want to go in heavy on this because I've been watching it for probably about last 3 weeks, and it's been kind of playing in between 0006 and 0005, somewhere in there. But I was a couple days ago, or actually last week, I was like, you know what, I should go heavy on this. And it was at 0005, and I was going to buy like something like 4 million shares. If it goes to 0007, I would have came up. I would have came up, and I should have just did it. But, you know, these penny stocks is just so unpredictable.
Yeah.
But RNVA, I'm definitely waiting on my bag with that, and HMNY, I'm definitely waiting on my bag with that. So it's just your comfort level, like you were saying before, you know, forget making 100 or 200, you know, at least try to double your money.
Right.
But you know, a lot of times with these penny stocks, they're so unpredictable, you got to have nerves of steel just to hold on.
Well, not only that, man, but that's why it's not just nerves of steel, but you won't need nerves of steel if you don't go in too big. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go in too big. A lot of times as guys go into, like you just said, you want to just go so hard in it, but you don't want to do that, man. You want Metro Spaces to be just another win among the hopefully thousands of wins that you have in your trading history, right? So, you know, you don't want no one trade to just be the be all end all, right? Because, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen to this company tomorrow. This is an OTC penny stock, right? It can get delisted tomorrow. So I never want to go into a trade with size that keeps me up at night. If it's the kind of size that has you, you know, worried about it, has you checking your phone every 5 minutes, then you're in too big. You're in too big, man. And I need guys to get comfortable with $750 trades if you got a $10,000 account, right? I mean, trades that are just small to where, you know, if it happens, boom, man, I make double your money, keep it moving, triple your money, keep it moving. If it goes against you, you lose 50%. Okay, I lost 3-something, I'm out. You know what I mean? And you're not tripping on it.
I feel you, Sal. But I will say this: anything when I say go big, if I lost it all, when I say go big, I'm comfortable with it because I'm gonna do my homework enough to where, you know what, if I lose, I lose. But sometimes, just like before DLLV got delisted, man, I made a bag on that. I made a serious bag on that, and I didn't do as much homework as I should have. But I mean, I made like $5,000 off that stock before it went, you know, before it went down the tubes and everything. And you know, it's your comfort level, you know, to a certain degree. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna ever like bet like 10,000, but if I lost 1,000 or something like that on a penny, I'm cool with that. That's not, you know, I'll chalk it up as a lesson learned, and I just got to get better. But some of them, you know, because I deal with a lot of traders, and some of these guys, man, they go so heavy on these things, and they make cake.
Right.
I mean, like,
they've worked up to that level, though. I mean, some of these guys have been in penny stocks for 20, 25 years. I mean, going back to when it was literally printed on pink sheets. So, but yeah, I mean, we know that the real money in OTCs is made buying low and selling high. I mean, it's harder said than done, but at the same time, buying at these lower levels, being patient, and holding, and you don't necessarily get the top, but you get a good part of that run up, and then selling for a great return. So, of course, get into the trade. But as you already said, you're comfortable with whatever happens moving forward. And I wish you good luck on MSPC.
Yes, sir. And one last ticker, Sal, BVTK. It's been doing a little dance for a minute. I'm up a substantial amount, but not as much as I want to. What's your feelings on that?
Well, BVTK, man, is a very impressive company. I mean, the company has its own mobile app dedicated to the company. I don't know if you saw that on Android.
Yeah,
they got their own mobile app. I mean, it's a well-ran company. They make sure that they stay in front of investors. They keep their volume nice and tight. So, I mean, as long as they continue to put out news and maybe go after some, not acquisitions, but at least maybe some partnerships to get some buyers in and holding. This is probably a good entry at these levels, at these 0016s. Nice day for the stock right now. Let me see. Fighting to stay out of the trips though. Fighting to stay out of the trips. But yeah, it's a runner. It's a runner when they put out news. But again, it's not going in. It doesn't have the greatest angle in the world. Let me look at the weekly. Even the weekly showing a little bit of life. Showing a little bit of life on the weekly. But I still feel like you're creating lower lows on this. BVTK. We got some recent news out from April 12th. Brave Tech Solutions, first order in amount. Okay, all right. Where are they in terms of their software business? I mean, have they put out like a client list of what they're doing? I mean, obviously you've been following the company a little bit more than me, of course.
Yeah, they've kind of put a small fraction of that, but I don't think it's as it's not as detailed as probably it should be. But I think they're like you said, they're getting better and better every time that there's news, and then certain message rooms and everything that I follow with this company. So they're always investing in their product. So they can't do nothing but get better. But it's one of those things where I've been holding it for shit. I've probably been holding this stock for probably about 3-4 months. Okay. Well, I've been I'm just gonna hold and see what it does. I'm in the long haul for this one.
Absolutely. So. See what happens at it. I mean, it's got some decent support at these low doubles, and we'll see where it can bounce off and hopefully go back, into the doubles, twos and higher. Wish you the best of it.
All right, Sal, I'm out, man. I appreciate everything, man.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. 928. Appreciate the call. Mr. Money, appreciate the donation, bro. Appreciate the donation, Mr. Money, and your call. Blessing the ministry. I appreciate you. All right. Appreciate the call, Mr. Money. All right. So just let's, give me a call, 305-600-2896, so we'll wrap it up and get you guys out of here. We got one more show for the week tomorrow. Other than that, man, the market continues to go up. I was really excited about Amazon. I'm still excited about Amazon. All right. I'm still excited about Amazon. $24 today. Beautiful candlestick setting up for the week. Look at this candlestick for Amazon on the week, man. Look at that candlestick. Wow. What a recovery. What a recovery. We had Donald Trump down our necks last week, right? Donald Trump down our necks last week. The back and forth, the threats. And now Amazon like a bull. looking to possibly retest that 1625 high in no time. In no time. And please believe your boys got those verticals ready. Your boys got those verticals ready. All right. Again, would have put that on the show for the option selection show, but it's, I wanted to keep it simple. But we're going to definitely get to strangles, butterflies, all of that, man. Eventually, we want to get all to that as that show develops. But when you look at Amzn, and of course, I want to take those July. Let me see, what's the open interest on those? All right, and Amzn doesn't have the superstar liquidity, but you're fine. You're gonna have buyers when it's time to sell, especially if you're deep in the money. Let me see here. Let's see, June 5th. Oh, that June is more than enough time. And right now that high is 1625. 1625. So imagine if we want to play for the breakout. Of course, as you can see here, those 1610s or 1600s. Yeah, 1600 is just fine. 1600 going for $47.80. 47. That's almost 4,700. 4,700 a contract. All right, 4,700 a contract, and I can go ahead and sell those. Sell the 1,600 calls. Buy the 1,595 calls. Make it cheaper to myself. So now I've turned a $4,700 contract into a $178 contract, and my upside is quite significant. I'm going to post that because I want to show you guys how I did that. 857, you're on the air. What's up?
All right, one last question. With the contracts, with the option contracts, I feel the same way because I was like doing a whole bunch of micro contracts, $500, making $200. When I'm like, damn, I could have fucking put up $4,000, $2,000, and made $2,000. And then you get into like the little micro contracts, and you end up over trading, and then you end up giving back your little micro profits. So tomorrow, my strategy is I'm just gonna, I'm definitely like what you said earlier. That's already was part of one of my tactics for tomorrow is just to go in with the contracts and because sometimes like when you have your stops so tight with the contracts, like slippage. You have to give it time to work out, else not. You'll just be doing a lot more trading.
Right.
So I was just calling it to just say that too. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm definitely I need the bag, man. I'm tired of fucking penny pitching like $200.
Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Don't get desperate and start getting wild. All I'm saying is give yourself more of an opportunity to be right by giving yourself more time, man. I've been learning that, bro. Exactly. Just give yourself more time. I'm getting away from just every day trying to trade, and unless again, Black Box puts out an alert, then hell yeah, I'm gonna jump on that. But I'm no longer day trading per se, trying to find inefficiencies, small inefficiencies to take advantage of. That's great, but I'm looking at what I spent this year in taxes, and I'm looking at, dude, I almost $7,000 in commission. It was ridiculous. I should not be spending that much money in commissions, bro. And
that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. So I'm looking at what I could have done, and I'm saying you could have made a lot more money just allowing things to run and look for opportunities for you to make money over the course of a period of time by giving yourself more time.
Yeah, and then all the smart money, like, is sitting, is waiting, is not really scalping for the micro profits. It's just sitting, hibernating, marinating.
It's sitting, and they're using compounding. They're using compounding. They're using option strategies. They're using verticals. They're setting verticals for leaps that are out there, right? So they're taking advantage of methods to lower the cost of their trading, but being able to give themselves quite enough time to be right or wrong, and it works for them, and that's something that I want to go ahead and implement into the show. But I get it. I mean, I come on Monday through Thursday. Guys want to see the in and out, and I'm still going to do that. but I want to instill that proper, wealth management, strategy building is over the course of a period of time. That's just what it is.
That's just facts. That's just facts because I go back and I look at all of my scalping trades and it's depressing. Like contracts I had doubled and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? I took the micro profits and then you just lose the maximum gains. But tomorrow's a whole different tactics, and all the listeners, I wish everybody success in trading tomorrow, and that's it for me for tonight. Good luck.
Appreciate that, bro. Thanks a lot for the call.
All right, cool. All right.
So I'm going to just show this. Now, I'm not going to keep you guys up all night, man. I just want to show this option strategy on Amazon, and we'll get out of here. And let me open up my dummy account here at Tasty Trade, and go ahead and screen capture this. Again, this is Amazon. All right, this is Amazon. This is the June 15th, 2018. Right? We know the breakout on Amazon is actually about 625, but the 1600s, that's where quite a bit of open interest is. All right? Quite a bit of open interest, a lot of contracts being bought and sold at those levels. So as you can see here, this is a $4,000 contract right now. Right? That's just for one. That's for 100 shares of Amazon, which is still incredible leverage. Right? I mean, that's still incredible, incredibly cheap, being that you control 100 shares that. Right? But as you can see, let's just make it one. If we were to buy that option itself, it would cost us about $4,780. Right? And that would be our total, risk at hand for the stock. Right? That's a lot of money to spend for one contract. So we can use verticals to make it cheaper for ourselves to trade great high volatility, high implied volatility tickers like Amazon. All right, tickers like Amazon. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell that $1,600 option. We're going to sell that. Right, so we hit the bid line. All right, and we're going to use that $4,750 to finance this $1,595 call. So we're going to sell that against buying this $4,970. Again, you got to be approved for this. That's why I say when you set up your account, yes, I'm excellent at trading. I've got 20 years of trading experience. Yes, I've got $1 million net worth account. Yes, all right, because you want to be able to take advantage of these strategies and the strategies that make option trading particularly more advantageous is for guys who are approved for those level 3s, level 2s, whatever it is on your platform, those higher levels of approval. All right, so again, we sold the $1,600 to buy the $1,595. Again, this is the June 15, 2018. All right, so now we look at it. As you can see here, this is now a $178 trade. All right, we bought one, sold it against the other. We made it cheap. Here's our upside. We've gotten ourselves now June, so we've got now 2 months, right? We've gotten ourselves almost 60 days, right? Obviously, business days, I think that's, 48 or so, because we got Memorial Day and whatnot. But we've given ourselves quite a bit of time now, right, to get to that $1,600 level. And we've maxed out the profit because we've used verticals. So this is just one ticker on one, one candle, one contract. We've topped out our profit. So our maximum profit potential is only $322. If Amazon winds up being greater than $1,596 by June 15th, or at least a week before, you don't really want to hold it until expiration. So by 48 or 50 days or whatever it is until we get close to that expiration, if Amazon's traveled above $1,596, that's our max profit. And of course, we've only risked $178 to make the $322, which is our potential max. All right. And again, this is one contract. And that's how you trade something like this. Now, a lot of guys who may look at that and be like, oh man, I don't know, $300, that's not a lot of money. But look, if you've only got a $500 trading account, if you got a $1,000 trading account, you got a $2,000 trading account, it's trades like this that make, trading advantageous for you, because you've given yourself quite a bit of time and you've given yourself a very low risk potential to make quite a bit of return. You're almost 2 for 1 here. Almost 2 for 1 here. Again, that's calls. All right, that's what's called the verticals. And you can buy put verticals going the other way as well. You can play the downside move as well to a lot of these trades. All right. So take advantage of that, man. Take advantage of it. That's the way to being able to play expensive trades for very little money. For very little money. All right. And I'm telling you right now, you got verticals you can put on leap options for 2019, 2020. There are guys who got, I went back and forth with a guy on Black Box. He's got a NVIDIA call in the 300. I mean, they're up there on some of those leaps, right? $500, $600 trades that are 2 years out, guaranteed returns of almost 6 to 1. Almost 6 to 1. So use verticals, use butterflies, don't just buy calls and puts. That's the basic thing. You don't want to trade options naked. Make it worthwhile for yourself if you're going to trade options. Give yourself time. Buy good quality companies. You don't have to buy these shitty penny stock. I get it. They're cheap. You can buy a lot. But I'm telling you, buy high quality, high implied volatility trades. You're going to make money. You're gonna make money if you ride these trends higher. Absolutely. 4,000. I just showed you 4,000 or 178. That's, what I'm saying? Kelly Rob, appreciate you, bro. Putting up 178 to make 3. And again, that's on one contract. That's on one contract. Let's look at that one more time. We can add up, all right? Because I know I got some guys in here with some big accounts. All right, let's add 10 contracts to that. All right, I know I got some guys in here with some big accounts. I'm not saying you're gonna put this kind of money. You might just be using 5, but let's say we go up to 10. Let's say we go up to 10. All right, now you're talking about putting up 1,700 to make a potential 3,200. To make a potential 3,200 if the trend continues to ride higher. All right. Now, again, if you've got a $5,000 account, I wouldn't suggest this trade. I'll probably put on 3 or 4. But for the guys who you got a $25,000 account, you've got a $30,000 account, a trade like this makes sense for a guy like you. All right. A trade like this makes sense. And again, you can go smaller. I mean, we can, let's just go. 5 or so. Let's just cut that in half. All right, for those guys who are maybe concerned on the return. Now we're talking about doubling your money here on 5 contracts. You're talking about doubling your money. That's a quick 2 for 1. I'm risking 800 to make 1,600, and a lot of you guys, you're going in on trades. Way more than that. You're putting up 4,000 or 5,000 a day on trades. I'm giving you the opportunity to double your money on $800 and giving you a lot of time to do so. All right. So learn about that. I've been learning about it. I'm going to talk more about these, especially on that show. That's why I wanted to talk, make a completely different episode specifically for trading those kind of plays. And I'll get you guys out of here ringing the bell. I hope you enjoyed the show. We're always learning a lot here. This show forces me to learn a lot, forces hopefully you to learn a lot. I hope you're learning a lot in this show. Hold on. There we go. Clap it up, clap it up. Appreciate you. All the guys who blessed my wealth ministry. Bless my wealth ministry. Shout out to the guys on my Patreon who've been donating every month. I appreciate you. Join my Patreon. I think it's only it's minimum of $1 a month. I ask typically for $5 a month. Appreciate all of you guys who are already doing that. All right. Blessing the ministry. Shout out to my sponsors, blackboxtrader.org, Equity Feed, Alan West, I appreciate you. All of you guys, man. Yes, indeed. Another great show. Appreciate Gucci for the call, man. Andrew Gladness, thank you. Corey Kwan. Pink Penny, thank you for the call. Yes, indeed. Don't go too hard. I'm just saying go responsible and go smart. I'm not saying throw your money out there. Just go smart at it. Succeeder 82. Relative 9696. Appreciate you. We didn't make anything on Bitcoin 2.0. Remember? It was a scam. Ricardo Joseph. Appreciate you, man. Who else was in the building, man? Mr. Money again, thank you for that donation. Evolve, Legendary 8s. Look, there's no other show on YouTube like this one where you guys are seriously talking about making money trading like the other guys who are charging you $2.99 a month. They don't want to hear from you. They're afraid. I got an open call line. You can call me, say whatever you want to say. Never ran from a ticker. Never ran from a call. Shout out to everybody who watches the show. Until next time, same place tomorrow. Wayne Contesh, appreciate it. Fuck you, Shirley Lewis, Donzel, Essex, Trader Marv. Who else was in here? I want to make sure I get everybody. Again, Callie Rob, appreciate you, sir. Ricardo. Till next time, folks. Happy trading. See you tomorrow.